I was actually born in Columbus. My grandfather went to Ohio State, my mother went to Ohio State, and I went to Ohio State because it was the family legacy. I was 27 years old when I started the firm. It took years and years and years to finally get a foothold here in Columbus. But eventually we did some projects, and then in 1997, Brian Ellis hired me to do the master plan for the Arena District. And that pretty much changed everything.
I had the privilege of working alongside Keith as he shaped some of the most important projects in Central Ohio. The Scioto Mile, Arena District, places that really make Columbus what Columbus is today. And he had one last place to go up and impact, and that was the Ohio State University campus.
Candidly, you can't come to this city that I love and not recognize the enormous impact that Keith Myers has had all over this community. Even back then when he was focused on his community work, that included intersections to the university.
People kept coming at me with, well, this wasn't designed well, or I don't like the look of that, or what are we going to do about this? And I knew that we needed help.
And then Jay Casey called me, and I remember it like it was yesterday. I was driving up the off-ramp onto Front Street.
And I said, no, Keith, really would you think about coming and joining the university and running all this stuff for us? And he said, oh, no, I've got this firm and we're really busy, and I got all these people that rely on me. So about a month later, we had coffee, and he said, now how would this work? And I knew I had him.
He's just been a very steady influence working with Jay and embarking on, these are the most major projects the university's built since, since the 1900s.
It's not my fingerprints on anything, really. It was a whole team that I had the privilege to lead, but we did make a lot of change. We made a lot of change east of High. That was a project that people told me over and over again could never happen, but we made it happen. I think Mirror Lake was, a project that'll always be near and dear to my heart. We found a way to make it better. And I think West Campus is the future, really, for the university.
Ohio State's Innovation District is a prime example of where our university is headed. It demonstrates how planning can catalyze positive change on our campuses and in our work. The project also exemplifies Keith's impact over the past decade. Through visions like Framework 2.0, he and his team have advanced the academic, research, and patient care missions of Ohio State and created a physical legacy that Buckeyes will enjoy for generations to come.
There's a few people in the history of the university that have had a really enormous impact on the campus environment.
And this water level dropped too.
He's taught us a lot of that history, and I think now his name's going to be a big part of that lesson going forward, if he likes it or not.
When I think about Keith, I think about design excellence. He never satisfied, always pushing, trying to bring some order to a university that frankly didn't really have an architectural mission.
What Keith really wanted to continue to do, and what nobody else was there to pick up the pieces on, was determining issues of design. And so our design review board, which has been in place for probably the last 6-7 years, is something that Keith's going to continue to operate and run for all our new projects, landscapes, and developments.
He's going to stick around, and his design expertise, his knowledge of campus, his institutional knowledge, we're very lucky that he's willing to kind of stay engaged for the long haul.
There's a tendency in the design business to look at projects as legacy, and I understand that, and I'm proud of the projects that I've been able to do over the years, but the real legacy is the people.
He really does grow the generations that are coming after him, and it's probably the thing that's clearly the most important to him.
More importantly to me was the impact he was able to have on the students and the young professionals that made their way through our office over the last number of years. There was never a time where we asked him to meet with a student group or have coffee with a young professional that he would ever turn us down.
Keith and Amanda have been a perfect team for the past few years.
Amanda's been a partner for a long time. I don't think I could have made it without her.
He always puts his family first. He always takes their phone call. And he always makes me take my phone calls from my family when he sees them pop up.
I'll continue to consult her at the university, which I consider to be an honor to be able to do. But You know, I've got my old Jeep, you know, I've got a sketch pad, I've got my cameras, and, you know, that's really all I need.